What's up, family? Happy Money Monday, man. It is 2:37 a.m. We're getting ready for a 5 a.m. flight. Taking a little trip. Kids are on fall break this week, so we wanted to get away and just spend some time together. So y'all come on with them. Still not gonna tell you where we're going, but I think y'all figure it out here pretty soon. Wake up, sleepyhead. It's time to get up out of here, man. All right, we're in the airport. Went through security. I can't find my license. Jesus. Either wifey picked it up or buddy didn't give it back to me. Let's go see. All right, guys, we boarded. We're on our way to Miami. That's as much as I'm gonna tell you. And then after Miami, we'll go to our main location. Yeah, main destination, final destination. So, God be the glory that we get there safely. And we about to be wheels up.
Where do y'all think we're going?
All right, first leg done. We in Miami since 2:30 this morning. We hanging tough though. I'm about to get some more coffee so I can make it the rest of the flight. So lock in with us. All right, man, we just touched down at the place that we came. We're in at the airport for our driver. They just had a tropical storm out here, but I mean, it looks pretty nice to me. Feel good. I'm glad to be here, I know that for sure. So, if you can't tell, we are at the Atlantis, Bahamas. We've been here before, but we stayed at the Cove Tower. This time we figured we'd try out the Royal Tower. I had points, so it just made sense. So that's where we are. I will tell you, if you are a family like ours, you know, a dynamic like ours, maybe a child or yourself uses a wheelchair, I would not suggest staying here. It is not very wheelchair accessible. They got elevators that aren't in service. Mind you, I never do this, guys. I never give reviews or anything, but this is something that's serious. Like, people spend a lot of money to come here, but to come here and not be able to maneuver and get around as you should be able to due to ADA and things like that, like, it's frustrating. It's highly frustrating. So I just want to let you guys be aware of that. If you thought of it, or if you've been here before and you're like, hey, it was fine for me. I don't know, maybe you give me some pointers then, but yeah, it's been pretty bad. Mind you, only been here like 3-4 hours, so hopefully, I believe it'll get better. We'll make it better, but it's rough. You ready?
Yeah.
They knew what the king needed, huh? They got that boy with some superhero. Let me see that one. Ooh.
Hello.
Shout out Marriott for making it right. Come over. Grateful they blessed my guy. They got him one of them. Check that out. You got Turtle, Captain America,
Guys,
Hulk, Shark.
let me show you the fun fact about this one. Look at Hulk.
Hulk is a shark. Hulk is a shark.
I've never seen a green shark before.
And just like we always say, guys, like, yes, this has stairs here, but we can pick Bub up and get him down that. But that's about the extent of accessibility concerns. But this will be their bed, so they got their space right here. Bub can come out on the balcony, look out at the views. So just overall, from the 30 minutes we've been here, the service has been immaculate, and we're grateful, man. Thank y'all. All right, guys, so We had you guys ask some questions via Instagram and Facebook for a Q&A. We are out here at Atlantis in the Bahamas, and we just wanted to let y'all get a little bit more insight on us, learn a little bit more about me and my wife, Carly. So we're gonna answer some of these questions for y'all.
Okay, the first one is from Deidre Lee. Would love to hear about Mom. She is really beautiful. You all are. How did you meet, or what her career is? So we met in college in 2010 in Denton, Texas. Chase was at UNT and I was at TWU, and that's where we met. My career, so I actually worked as a nurse from 2012 until 2021. And then I had a career shift into digital marketing and now work in digital marketing. It's fully remote. It's nice to be at home and be available.
This is from Lilo Lim, 18. How have you, the parents, been able to cope with having a child with special needs? How do you encourage yourself, and what are some of the things you do when it gets tough to parent? Love you all. Appreciate it. Honestly, there's nothing to cope with. This is our normal. Our normal is an able-bodied child and a child with disability. So we don't know anything else. So there's really no poor, pitiful me that we deal with. We accept our circumstances and we live life to the fullest. As you kind of see, like, we're here in the Bahamas. Sissy's right there in the sand. Bubba's playing in the sand right here from his chair. But eventually we'll all be in the water playing together. So what do you do when it gets tough to parent? It doesn't. We run a pretty tight ship at our house. I'm pretty strict, just on all facets. So the kids are very good. They're easy to parent, and like they said, don't spare the rod. If you spare the rod, you will hate your child. We don't do that. Not necessarily physically, but there is always disciplinary action that comes if you do something that you're not supposed to do.
This is from Macrame Peace. What are some of your favorite traditions? Like, do y'all have a special movie night or any special routines or outings that you enjoy as a family on a regular basis? That's a really good question. So on Thursdays, we have an eat out night as a family. And then I think we shared this a bit earlier, but we try to do as much as we can together. So our weeknights are pretty crazy. We have something literally every night. We try to do as much as we can together. We try to show up for Sissy's practice together or brothers practice together. If that can't happen, then we'll divide and conquer. But we try to do as much as we can together. As far as like traditions, we love to travel together. It's one of our favorite things to do. We love to see the world, kind of have some of our favorite places. The kids really love the beach. So that's been something that we try to do. As far as traditions go, we like to travel instead of do gifts for birthdays or Christmas. So experiences over gifts, and we have been doing that since it was just Charlie for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, this is from MXVIIIF, sorry. Financial struggles you guys have had to face with dealing with everything. From a medical standpoint, I'll be honest with you, Bubba is truly a godsend, meaning there was a time in our life when our marriage wasn't great, but I felt like God was calling me to be fruitful based on just the blessings that we had in our life. I owned a gym, my wife had a job, and we were just living a good life with Sissy, but Sissy was always asking for a sibling, and I feel like God placed it on my heart to be fruitful. So even though my wife and I weren't in the best spot, I told her that, and we got pregnant, and then Bubba came. But Bubba, from the very beginning, qualified for something that's called Star Kids, right, Mom?
It's a Medicaid waiver.
Yeah,
There's
Medicaid waiver. And so basically all of the medical expenses we have endured, all of the surgeries, 20 plus, has all been covered by insurance. All of our equipment is covered by insurance. And from a financial struggle, it's like any other family. Like, you got ups and downs. I'm an entrepreneur. Sometimes business is good, sometimes business is bad. But you know, it comes down to the literacy that we have learned over the years of how not to go through these struggles year after year after year. You learn from your past struggles and kind of put up money here, invest here. And so that way when the times come, you know, you got to chill out a little bit, but you're not dealing with the hardships that you did in the past. And that's why we started a foundation, the Harris Family Assist Foundation, to help other families who may deal with financial struggles and concerns due to Medicaid or insurance, because we don't have that burden. And with our influence, we want to do whatever we can to help other family dynamics that are like ours, because we can only imagine what could come from that.
Does your wife take care of him? I see you dressing him, cleaning him, doing his hair, taking him everywhere and working with him. It's kind of strange not to see her doing things.
Yes. So the biggest thing, my wife and I, like I said, we run a tight ship. So I do the morning routine. Mom does the night routine. So the morning routine consists of me getting him ready for school. So I get him dressed every morning. And then obviously the therapy, that's what we put on camera. But Mom helps Bubba with procedure-based things. That means going to the bathroom, taking a bath. So as you can imagine, we don't put that stuff on camera. But she is responsible for the nighttime routine, and I do the morning. And while she's doing the nighttime routine, a lot of the times, me and Sissy are just chilling, watching TV or just hanging out together. So that's kind of how we devote time, to Sissy when Bubba needs that extra attention that comes with spina bifida.
I think also too, like in the mornings when you're filming, getting Bub ready, Sis and I are making lunches and breakfast.
Yeah.
The two of us, Charlie and I, don't love to be on the camera. We both prefer not. So sometimes I'm behind the camera, and there's sometimes where I just am not wanting to be in. Charlie too. Ooh, this is a good one. How do you travel with Bubba? Keeping his chair safe and picking places that are accessible. Recommendations around traveling with a little one in a wheelchair.
Honestly, I think the biggest thing is you have to understand the potential, what's the word I'm looking for? Just the potential issues that may arise. You gotta know that getting on and off of an airplane, there is a chance that the wheelchair will be damaged, and you can't be so meticulous about like, oh, this scratch wasn't there, oh, this gash in the tire wasn't there. Functionality, like Bubba's wheelchair, his brake got damaged, so his brake wouldn't work. That's a different story. But the aesthetics of the wheelchair, it's gonna get scratched up from time to time. But the way we travel with him is obviously going through the airport, you're VIP. So we have TSA pre-check, that helps because we go right through security. Bubba, he knows the program now, so he goes, he gives him his hand, they swipe his chair, so he's good to go, and then we pre-board, so that gives us extra time to get on the plane. And then when we get to whatever place we go to, most places are wheelchair accessible. If you're watching this video, you'll see at the beginning of it, we had some concerns with the first building of Atlantis that we were at, but we raised our concerns. It wasn't received well in the beginning, but ultimately they made it right, and we are in an amazing wheelchair accessible building now. But that's it. You just got to know that you might get a couple of dings and things like that, but it's just aesthetics. So the experience that your child will have being out here with other kids or their siblings, playing in the water, playing in the sand, to me is worth a lot more than a couple of scratches and dings on the wheelchair.
So where is Mama encouraging baby boy and Dad while filming? Unless it makes him more sensitive, it takes both parents. So this kind of piggybacks on what we shared earlier. There are definitely two parents present. There's just not always two parents in the videos.
And that's true. Like Bubba is more, I guess you're more in tune to his feelings and emotions with Mom than he is with me.
Both kids. I think that's normal.
I can, until I'm blue in the face, I can tell Bub that he doesn't have to impress me. He doesn't, but that's just the nature of children, I believe. It doesn't matter how much we tell our kids it's not about me, like I'm gonna love you either way. They still want to impress us. The same way we're followers of Christ. The same way I always want to make sure that God is satisfied with the work that I'm doing, and not physical actual work, but that I'm living righteous, I'm being kind, I'm being a good person. I always want to make sure I'm not being a jerk out here. And I think kids are the same way. They want to see the excitement on their parents' face when they do something good. So, but with Mom, he knows that he can hunker down and she's gonna say, "Oh, come here, baby," and hold him. So, you know, we gotta create that boundary when we gotta get better. And when he has goals to stand and walk, I kind of got to step in and guide him through that, because he knows that it's work and it's based on what he said he wanted to accomplish, and I'm going to make sure that I do whatever I can to help him do that.
Are you having any more children? No.
The kitchen is closed. And really, let me just get a little bit more in depth, and Mom can weigh in. The experience having Bubba, like I said, he's a godsend, he's a blessing, but I would not, it's not worth it to me to watch another child have to go through all the things that Bubba went through just for us to say, oh, we're gonna have another child. If God said so, then you know, we're gonna be obedient. But yes, it was too hard to watch a little precious baby go through all those surgeries and be left in the hospital for months on end. Like, that's too much. That's too much. And so, yeah, we decided, nah, we good on that.
Is he becoming more comfortable in the water, and is he moving around more independently? So, yes, he's definitely becoming more comfortable in the water. He loves to be in the water. It's really cool to see that evolve because he was obviously not. Is he moving around more independently?
That definition is kind of dependent on what you mean, because independently for him, come right here, man. Yes, because you know, he can, in his wheelchair, he can go almost anywhere he needs to go. He can do almost anything he wants to do. But walking, crawling, not so much. If he wants to get down on the sand and go from here to the water, he can crawl down there. But no, he's not walking on his own.
Right. What does Bub aspire to be when he grows up?
Basketball player.
He wants to play professional basketball, and he spends quite a bit of time studying the sport, perfecting his skills. He's always working, always researching. It's really cool to see. So I believe he'll play professional basketball one day.
National Basketball Association, I'm coming.
I knew he just wanted to get in here so he could try to shine in the camera. This is why me and Bubba are on camera, because he will try to find any opportunity to get on the camera and make an impact, which I'm grateful for.
How do the four of you just keep smiling and smiling?
Because God gave us this amazing life. Like,
We're so blessed.
There's nothing to be upset about. We got a child who, you know, has differences that thrives. We got an able-bodied daughter that thrives. We both got jobs. We're both able to support our families, our I guess you say our parents. And I mean, we're just blessed. There's no, it would be entitlement if we were to have something to complain about.
How is Mama coping with everything, also with social media? I think we addressed this a little bit before. I would say there's not really a coping with everything. I mean, when you're put in a situation, you just do it. You just figure it out. I think I get asked all the time, how do you do it? How do you do it? You just do. When you're put in that situation, you just rely on your faith and
But what are you about social media? You don't like the camera. It's not something that you're very interested in. So
yeah,
how do you deal with that?
How do I deal with it? I try not to read the comments for sure. I think that's where I struggle most, is with the people who just say whatever and assume whatever when we're showing a very tiny sliver of our 24 hours in a day. I think that's where I dislike it the most. But there's also, you know, to that note, the moment that Bubba says he doesn't want to record or doesn't want to film or doesn't want to post anymore, that's it. We're done. It's not something that we collectively just pressure one another to do. So I'm not pressured to be in videos, and I don't want to be in them sometimes. Does your daughter ever get jealous of all the attention your son gets? How do you manage that tricky parenting situation?
I don't think so, because everything is so inclusive with us. So it's not like it's like, hey, me and Bubba are going to do this super cool thing. If you ask me if me and Bubba can do something, then you got to pay for my whole family to come. We don't do experiences for the first time without each other. And that's just understood. There's no amount of money, there's no experience great enough for Bubba and I to desire to do it without mom and sis. So she actually gets the benefit from all the social media stuff that we do. So I think, I don't think so. And you know, I do a parent audit. So each kid, I go to them and I ask them like 3 things we're doing good at, 3 things we're doing bad at. And if she feels like she needs more attention, then we implement that. And we try to do that quite frequently, at least once a month. And Sissy's very easy to read for me, so I can tell by her demeanor she's starting to feel a little left out. So we try to stay intentional about it.
I think there's also an understanding that comes with having a child in the home with special needs.
I gotta check the camera.
Got a very empathetic heart. she's always wanting to help. We good?
Are we rolling?
You good right there with
She's
your
got
mom?
a very empathetic heart. She always wants to help, but she also understands that Bub needs a little bit more from us, where she's pretty independent. So
And she's over at the pool right now swimming with Nana and Aunt Yo-Yo.
Do those tires do good in the sand, or can we get some off-road tires for him?
So we, like right now, we leave his wheelchair up there and then I can just carry him down. Bubba don't weigh too much. Eventually, God willing, we have plans to move to Florida part-time. So we'll live in Texas and Florida. And then we will get something that's called a Bailey Built. Bailey Built is a automatic or electric wheelchair that has all-terrain like bike tires on it and like a little anti-tip that kind of goes through the sand pretty well. So once we're at the beach more, we will do that one. We'll leave it in Florida and he'll have that one when he goes to the beach. But we just make it work at the end of the day.
What brand is his walker?
R82. R82. And mind you, so with our foundation, we have a partnership with Key Mobility, Conveyed, R82. So if you need a walker, if you need a stroller, if you need a wheelchair, please reach out to us at harrisfamilyassist.com and we will do whatever we can to help your family get the accessibility equipment that you need. I worked on that for 2 years to acquire these partnerships before we even started the foundation. But once I solidified those, yes, we can get equipment for you, no charge to you. We cover everything, shipping, all that, and we'll get it to you. As long as you're in the United States and you're pretty much 0 to 18 years old, that's the population that we service. But yeah, we'll get you right. All right, guys, so those are all the questions that we had. I hope that gave you a little insight, a little bit more insight about just Mom and I alone. But if this is something that you like, please leave in the comments. We'd love to hear your feedback. And yeah, we're gonna get back to enjoying our vacation. We're grateful for you guys that you take time out of your day to come support us, learn more about us, and ultimately just do life with us on a certain scale. But yeah, man, we're so grateful for y'all. We love you guys. If y'all ever see us in public, obviously if we're eating, give us a little bit of privacy, but if you just see us walking around, please come up, introduce yourself. We love to meet the people that support us, especially the ones that support our children. So thank you so much, and see y'all next time.